Leadership training is a $60 billion a year business now, according to some people. The idea is that everybody wants to be a leader. There are college courses with long waiting lists on how to be a great leader. There are so many books being sold. Everybody wants to find out how to be a leader. There's some myths about leadership that need to be debunked for you to decide what kind of leader you want to be or whether or not you really want to be a leader or manager. The first myth is that leadership is a gratifying, prestigious experience. It might seem that way if you feel like you're low on the totem pole and you see other people who've got the right kinds of corner offices, the right kinds of perks, the right kinds of expense accounts, and we look at those people and we admire them, we wish we had their power. Fact of the matter is, there's a lot of thankless work involved. You look at politicians. They're powerful in a sense. They're not trusted or beloved in many cases. It's the same thing with all kinds of leaders, coaches and so forth, people who are constantly being second-guessed. We don't realize it until you get into the game, how hard it is, how thankless it is. So that's the first myth of leadership. The second myth is if you listen to the management experts, if you listen to the leadership gurus, you're going to find some wonderful way of inspiring everybody and creating some kind of win-win situation no matter what the dilemma is. And frankly, that's just not true. Sometimes you have to make hard decisions and no management guru is going to come along with the right recipe, the right formula to make a painful situation less painful. Sometimes you're going to have to lay off half the company so the other half of the company doesn't go down with it. And if you're not able to make that tough decision, the whole company goes down. Now everybody's out of work. Many of the management gurus won't tell you that. They'll just somehow make it sound as though if you could just inspire people a little bit more, maybe everybody will work harder and you'll all get through it just fine. And that's not mature leadership. So that's the second myth, that it's always potentially a win-win scenario. There's a third myth of leadership, which is that it's all about you. Once you become a leader, everybody can look up to you and really admire you. The fact of the matter is, leaders who actually are effective and who get things done and who do create an environment of loyalty and mutual concern are leaders who make it about the whole group, about everybody. And there's an old story about two old British prime ministers, William Gladstone and Benjamin Disraeli. The story was that when you walked out at dinner, if you had dinner with Gladstone, you walked out there thinking, that Gladstone's just the wittiest, the most intelligent, the most charming person around. But when you had dinner with Disraeli, you walked out there thinking, I'm just the wittiest, the most intelligent, the most charming person around. Because Disraeli had that ability to make you feel that way. That some leaders think it's all about them and they will hog the podium, hog the spotlight, and make it all about their exhibition, about how great they are. But really good leaders are there to help shine that spotlight on those people around them. It's not about their own ego. They know that, they understand that. That's an act of maturity that really punctures another one of those myths about leadership.